guess one of those bend but not break performances here tonight, where you faced an awful lot in the final 40 minutes or so.
What was the question?
Was it one of those bend but not break performances tonight?
Oh yeah, definitely. We knew that there's going to be one of those games. You know, there's a reason, like I said prior to the game as well, there's a reason why they've been so successful, because they come in waves and they keep grinding away. They don't get frustrated even if they're down. So it's a special win, definitely, and boys should be proud.
There's a lot of emotion in that game. Obviously, opening night. Did you settle in pretty quick?
It's all right. I'm not a huge fan whenever there's these sort of things. It's you want to get to do your own thing, and you have so many routines, and you just want to get the game started. But it's important to show appreciation towards the fans and all that, and also to the guys that made the team, me for example. And it's always nice to be appreciated, but also show appreciation.
Your reaction to the crowd when you were introduced?
Oh, it was awesome. I had not just one or two, but a lot of goosebumps.
You had a few moments, I think, coming in, especially in that third period, where they were really pressing. Is that kind of what you rise up to the occasion for, that you're really wanting to be the guy to come up big for a team like this?
Yeah, and it was nice to do that today, and I know that that's not going to happen every single game. We don't play hockey perfectly every night, and so me neither. I try to do my utmost best every single game, and sometimes, like today, it goes well, and sometimes you don't have the bounces or something like that, and it wasn't meant to be, but Lady Luck was on our side today.
You had 7 straight wins against the Panthers coming into this game. Are they a team that you just look to rise against?
No, I mean there's some. I wouldn't say there's bad blood, but obviously they've beaten me twice in the playoffs, so I enjoy playing them. And just because of the reason that they're so good, and there's a lot of fun playing the very best of the teams in the league, and there's an opportunity for you to rise to the occasion and really test what you've been working on. And once you actually get the wins, that makes it a little bit more sweeter.
The Panthers put on some heat for extended periods, especially in the third period. How do you remain even-keeled and stay in the moment at that time?
I don't really have time to think. There were a lot of bombarding from their side as well. It's all about trying to see the puck and have a clear vision at all times, and play big at times when you don't see it. And a lot of times when they sip it through, we did a great job of actually, when we didn't have our guy, we were blocking shots. And that's what you need in every game. You can't just take it for granted that I'm going to make a save or someone else going to make the save. You got to put your body on the line and really go through, bodies and hurdles to win.
Is there a pregame routine or ritual that you go through? Like, is there music you listen to? Is there anything you do to kind of calm yourself?
No, I tend to not really give a single thought to the game until it's time to go out there for warm-ups. I'm just carefree guy when it comes to that, and when it's time to lock in, that's when I lock in.
Most encouraging about the result tonight?
I think playing as a team, everybody stood up for each other, everybody was blocking shots, everybody was playing good defensively, and obviously Ole helped us a lot. We were struggling at times in the D zone, but we just kept them to the outside, and I felt like we did a great job doing that and didn't really give them many grade A chances in my opinion. So I'm just very proud of the guys, how we stood together, and got a team win.
Is that one of the bigger points of growth that could be there for the team this year, as you say, like when there are times you're heavy in your zone, because Florida's a good team too, like the ability to keep it the outside is kind of a big part of it?
Yeah, I mean they're a great team. In my opinion, one of the best in the league, and obviously for us, it was tough at points when they were just circling in the zone, but I think the biggest point was when Josh Lamb was out there and they were on the ice for 2 minutes, but battled so hard and tried blocking as many shots fully as they could, and I think that got the team going.
What was the emotion just scoring the first goal after you saw the build-up to night one?
Yeah, obviously it's great every time you score, especially on the home crowd, and giving your team a lead. It's always a good feeling. But in the end, like I said, we had pretty good 20 minutes there, and then they kind of made a push. We stuck in there, and then I felt like at the end in the third we just grinded and chipped away, and We had a lot of those games the years before that where we would do stupid mistakes, and we didn't do that tonight. So I think it's a great step in the right direction.
What were you thinking as you raced down the ice, looking at an empty net, racing against one of their players?
Yeah, I mean, first I want to say I hope he's not hurt. That was just an unfortunate play, I guess. But yeah, I just saw he lost the stick, so I saw an opportunity there, and the game was really tight, and I felt like they were pushing there with 6 guys on the ice. So yeah, I just tried to finish it. Obviously, I could have maybe changed there, but I saw he had no stick, so I just might as well went for it.
But that's one of those things, that effort for you to get there, to get to that puck, that's one of the things teams need to do to win hockey games, that effort, that hustle.
Yeah, 100%. I think the whole team tonight, we're winning more puck battles, and we're getting in front of the guys, helped our D out. And like I said, especially when they hem you in for a little bit and you're on the ice for a minute, you still try and keep them to the outside. And when there's a loose puck, you try and win the battle. And I think that we did a pretty good job doing that, and we worked all camp on that. So I'm just happy it worked out tonight.
Shane, how would you describe the team's victory here tonight?
Yeah, it's a good win for us. Got off on the right foot. Ole played well. He bailed us out there in the third a few times, and yeah, just a good team win. And it's 1 down, but 80 more, 1 to go. So
Lots to build off of from this one.
yeah, I think we played a good game. I know obviously they're a very good team, and that definitely builds us some confidence going into Saturday. And yeah, we did a lot of good things, but also there's some things we could clean up, but just keep getting better.
We know you commit so much to the defensive side of your game. How did you feel you played in that area tonight?
Yeah, I felt pretty good out there. I think, our D did a good job of eliminating plays early, and it kind of made it easier on me. But DP and Mods do a good job for me as well, so it makes it a little bit more easier on me. So I thought it was a good game for us.
Knowing it can get tense in the third period, but that you can still hold on to the win, what does that do for the experience level of this group?
Yeah, that's super important. I think Greener really emphasized that going into the third. I thought we were a little sloppy, though. I think Ole made some big saves for us, but we just got to be better, though, there, I think, a little bit.
Tell us about your goalie. It was a rocket.
You kind of just black out, and I just shot it, and it went in, so it was a good feeling.
How does it feel to not just the shot, but you were able to go from defense to offense to make that happen?
Yeah, I think, I try to pride myself on a 200-foot game, and luckily I got rewarded there for playing that, so.
David Perron said he loves playing with you in Amadio.
Yeah.
What do you like about playing with him?
Yeah, DP just wins all his battles. He's so smart out there. He's always talking on the bench, and I think that keeps me super engaged in the game, and just a veteran, presence. I think it's awesome, so I'm happy to play with him too.
Coaches talk about the little things, the things away from the puck. How important is that, or how long does it take for that really coming out of lower levels of hockey, coming into this? How long does it take for all of that to sink in?
Yeah, I mean, if you want to win at this level, I think it's such a small margin to win each game, so you got to really hone in on your details. And I always say North Dakota did a good job of teaching me that, so I think I had it coming in, and I credit them for it.
Yeah, it's fun winning. I think first and foremost, just first game, do it in front of this awesome fan base. It's definitely a good feeling and something that we're going to build off of.
How would you describe your team's performance tonight from start to finish?
I mean, I think just the little details in our game is showing, and I mean, you expect them to push and push pretty hard there, second, but third period, and then Cuzzy made a great play and battle to get it out after that long shift. So I think top to bottom, everybody had an awesome game tonight.
The key is that you found a way to win.
Yeah, no, that definitely gives us confidence. Is being up 2-1 against the former Cup champs. That's the biggest test of them all. And I think we like the result of that one, and I think that's going to give us a lot of confidence in those types of games moving forward.
You talked about 2-1 games kind of before the season. Is this the type of game that you guys want to win kind of going around?
I think it's want and be comfortable with. I think that's most important. Is once we're comfortable with these types of games, I think anything that gets thrown at us, any adversity, I think we'll be able to handle it. I mean, it's those are the ways that and those are the types of games that you need towards the end of the year and those valuable points.
How much do you take from Linus's performance tonight?
I think it's just the calm demeanor. I feel like I'm just gonna say that every time about him. It's just so calm, confident in that, and just it just kind of radiates to everybody. So, and he made some huge saves at the right times, and yeah, I mean I'm definitely probably the most excited guy to for him to be on our team and go to battle with him every day.
What was that moment like? You brought your son on the ice for a picture with you and Matthew. What was going through your mind at that point?
Yeah, well, first is I'm used to just holding them in the house, but there's a lot more people watching. So first off, didn't want to get judged by doing anything wrong. But no, I think this is something that when he grows up and is able to look back at as his first NHL game was his dad and uncle going at it, and I think that's going to be something special for not just for me and Ryder, but I think for Matthew too. And when I brought it up to him yesterday, I think he was the most excited out of all of us. So it was a pretty amazing moment.
Is that why you didn't let him go to any preseason games? This had to be his first?
Yeah, this had to be his first. And they're talking about going to that Montreal. I'm like, let's just wait for the more important game. So yeah, it was it's going to be a great story that we'll be able to tell for the rest of our lives.
What did you think of how Shane Pinto played tonight?
He was awesome. He's great. I feel like he just gets better every day, every year, and the way he elevated it, and just I love playing with him. And he's just such an easy guy to play with too. He's smart, as you know, he's great goal day, great shot, but so good defensively too. And I think that's an underrated aspect of his game.
Coaches talk about playing on the right side of the puck. How much can those little things make a difference in wins and the long-term success?
I think it showed tonight. I think we made an extra emphasis on playing smart and staying above, having numbers, and like you said, being on the right side of the pile and inside the dots as well. So those are all things that we need to do on a daily basis. But I think it's shown that the change in mindset, the different mindset that we have going to this year, that showed tonight, and the result that followed.
Brady, what do you think about the third period? Like, you get the win, but what do you think you could maybe tighten up in that third?
I think, I mean, it's just, I think we're going to get confidence as third periods come, having leads, and I think that's going to help us. But I think it's just not being, sitting back and being like, ultra patient. We still need to be aggressive and attack, and I think that'll learn once we keep getting more and more confidence being in those positions.
So, Coach, lots to like and build off from tonight's game?
Yeah, a lot. Obviously a really good team over there. I really like the start of our game. Obviously, like good teams do, they started to push and gain some momentum. I thought we showed a lot of grit. We had to hang on a little bit, but in those moments I thought we defended from the inside out, which I liked, and our goalie played well.
Naturally, I mean, a team like Florida's going to have their say at certain points and push certainly when they're down. Like, there's times where kind of got to just survive things. Like, what did you think of survival?
Well, I thought that's exactly what happened. Would I have liked to seen a couple cleaner plays out of our zone? Probably. But the other team has a say in that too, and our guys need to get used to playing in those type of games and in the trenches. This was one of those games that it was not a back and forth wide open game. It was going to be a forechecking breakout game, and like I said, we're going to have to play gritty in certain areas to win.
Some of those tense moments in the third period, what did you think of how Linus Ullmark delivered?
Great. Yeah, he looked like exactly like he has from day one. Confident, calm, and when you get into these type of games when the other team's pushing hard, there's usually a couple moments when your goalie's going to have to make a save, and he came up in spades.
I think you finished with 27 blocked shots, and Linus commented on that a little bit. For you to see that kind of commitment in this first game bode well.
Well, those are the type of things that you need to do to win, and there's certain ways that you're hard to play against, and blocking shots is one. It's not easy to do it, but if you want to win, you need to do it.
How would it help? You found a way to win? Is it key that you found a way to win?
Yeah, I mean, you could call it whatever you want. I just like that we dug in when we needed to, and it wasn't just one or two guys. It was everyone throughout the lineup.
How do you think it's going to help Tim Stützle's rhythm to just get that goal early on in this game and in his first game?
Well, it will. Anytime a good player gets off to a good start, they feel good about themselves, and nice to get a power play goal. But I think I liked his empty net goal even more. Those are the kind of things that we're talking about: winning races, coming up with pucks, and that was. I know it was an empty net, but it was a big play at a big time.
Shane Pinto with a big night against the goal, but also helps a lot on the defensive side of things. Just what you see from him tonight.
Solid. Tough matchup tonight. Had him as much as I could against the Bennett line, and they were up for the task. Thought the whole line was good.
How special is it to have a player like Pinto at his age has gotten the defensive side of his game down, where maybe some other players at his age you still have to work with them in that regard?
Yeah, I think he's, you talk about 200-foot players. He's got size. He's got hockey smarts. And what I like about Pinto is he's eager to learn. I think he's still got some upside in his game, which is exciting. And, he's a nice young man that wants to learn, loves to compete, and you like that in your players.
You seem to get a bit of a chuckle out of Alfie's ovation from the fans, and then we saw you make a comment. We asked what he said.
I asked him if he played here before. So.
What did you just think about the crowd in Ottawa as your first game as a head coach?
Yeah, it was great. It's kind of what I envisioned. I'd been here before when it was rambunctious on the other side, and to feel it from our bench was a special night for sure.